NGTV, l'objectivité avec nous.
To everyone, of course, one love from this plateau. Always, thank you so much for being a part of the program. Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator is a fine one again this afternoon. We're giving a big hello to everyone. Thanks for connecting. It's always a nice one when it's Saturday. It's 3 p.m. We're here again to talk marriage issues, relationship issues, cohabitant issues, and many more. It's always a fine one. It's always a fine smile, and somebody is glad to be here. That's why we seize this opportunity to greet the population of the West region, the population of Cameroon, all the 10 regions of the country. Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us this afternoon on board the program. Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator over the airwaves of NG Television. You know the TV station already. I remember we always come live from the West region, Chief Town Bafusa. Yeah, your loved program. Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. This time around, is a tradition. Whenever we begin, we always give a fine salutation to all our counselors that normally pass on this set, and that's why I want to begin with you, Counselor Bella Colivier, yeah, Counselor Sylvanus, Counselor Tume Eric, Counselor Nemlak Philippian, Counselor Christian Kwam, Counselor Roger, Counselor Tume Erikia, and all other counselors who normally pass on board the program. Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. And again, we want to seize the opportunity to greet all those who are, fervent lovers of this program, and that's to you, CD2 Metre Bless out there in Chang, to you, our friend out there in Bota, Limbe, to you again, our friend, me brother Puzzle, you're also a great lover of this program, and many of you, if I start calling the names, I won't finish today. But again, I want to say that it's a fine one that's going to blow in the air this afternoon, a beautiful one that's going to blow in the air this afternoon. Wisdom, of course, it's going to blow in the air this afternoon. Of course, the very best of advice, because why? You got one of our finest, our breed, of counselors you can never imagine. It's a pleasure to have him here again. When it's Counselor Mike Chair, Miss B or Lady B will always put on a fine smile on this jaw. You know why? Wisdom is about to blow in the air. Somebody is about to beat knowledge, or the very best of advice into the brain of somebody this afternoon. I love when people tell the truth. I love when people are real. And so reality is about to blow in the air. The program is Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. When it's 3 p.m. every day on Saturday, you know what to do when you see my face. It's always Miss B or Lady B, a fine smile. And so somebody I'm expecting to hear from you this afternoon. Thank you, Freddie. Of course, friend Jang is over the class. Miss B would not go without acknowledging him when he's ready. Also, Miss B, Lady B will always put on a fine smile on this job. And so to those who are already glued in front of their screen, I always give that to you all when I'm there. Because why? I'm glad you're there watching on me right now. Eyeball to eyeball. Okay, Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. We want to seize this opportunity to say hi and a big shout out to NG Television, the first and famous leading private TV station here in the West region, for harboring such a wonderful program where we talk marital issues, relationship matters, cohabitant issues, and other social issues plaguing the 21st century marriages. Remember, here we always call them Android generation marriages. Those kind of marriages that you just see a girl for the first time, or a boy, all those kind of marriages that women entertain the courage now to walk up to men and tell them, I love you. J'étais young more putois, j'étais young more. Okay, those are the kind of marriages we're talking about. We have here Counselor Mike Chair is a fine one because I know what he can do. It's not just a counselor across this region. He's a fine breed of counselor whose services are not just needed in Cameroon but across Cameroon. Yeah, those are the kinds of personality we have here on the program. Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Of course, is also someone that matters in this community as far as civic responsibilities are concerned. Yeah, he's also there. And it's a big shout out to Councillor Mike this afternoon. We want to welcome him on stage, and when we welcome him, you know what we're going to do? We go take the question for the day. It's a fine one. Somebody be a part of the conversation this afternoon, or why not be a part of the topical issue or the question for the day we are handling. Without any transition, Freddie, take us on set. Let's visit a counselor we have in this afternoon. When we come back, we go straight to the question for the day, and then we unveil to you the topical issue we're handling. So much. Okay, thank you for that one there. We want to welcome Counselor Mike Che. He on board the program with the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Good afternoon, Counselor Mike.
Good afternoon. Welcome again to the special program. I'm happy to meet you people online.
Okay.
Live. Lovers of the TV station, fans of this TV station, fans of marriage, this special program. I love you people, and I'm here that we all might learn from one another. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, of course we all might learn from one another, of course, but again I will insist that wisdom is about to blow in the air. Okay, let's have the question for the day. Today we're asking, should marriage be based on love, understanding, should marriage be based on sex, love, understanding, or friendship? CD2 Maitre Bless, I'm expecting to hear from you this afternoon. You know why? Because this one is quite challenging this afternoon and quite crazy. And so that's why we're asking, I put my faith together with that of Councillor Mike Che. We're asking this afternoon, should marriage be based on sex, love, understanding, or friendship? Tell us something, CD2, Maitre Blaise, out there in Chang. We greet the population of Chang. Tell us something, Min Brother Pazo. Tell us something, Junior, here in Kwashe. Tell us something, Junior, there in Bam. Tell us something, Joseph in Tiko. Oh my God, the WAF town. And the population of Limbe. We have great lovers of this program out there. Tell us something this afternoon. Should marriage be based on sex, love, understanding, or friendship? That's what we're asking this afternoon. But again, let's go straight to the topical issue for the day, because we do not have time on the side while Miss B is opening a file. And again, because we have our Counselor Mike again, the second time on board the program is a privilege. Be space happy. I'll give you the opportunity to say hi to your family, your loved ones, friends. Somebody special is watching you.
Thank you very much. I want to say hi to my children, my beautiful wife, and my encouraging children in the house. I love you people. I am here today because of the love that you shared to me. My colleague, my friends, my brethren, I love you people. And I know that your courage has given me the opportunity to sit here today. Thank you very much. I love you people.
Thank you. Of course, when you see him, you see someone who has a heart of gold that can harbor people. Of course, that's why he's here, because he got love for, marriages. He got love for the nation. When marriages are up to standard, the society would definitely be a place to be, and of course the nation or the world will be a better place. That's why we're here, to ensure that marriages are up to standards. These are the fundamental pillars of every nation. If a marriage is okay, or family is okay, that begins with marriages, the nation will be a good place. And so most of the wahalas we have today is because if you want to dig deep, you will look at maybe that child is coming from a splitted home, or a home that love doesn't exist. You see those kind of things. And so, but if families are okay, the community will be okay, the society will be okay. the nation will be a better place. And that's why we're here, to ensure that families are okay. And for somebody to leave all that he has to do, he's coming from, running one activity to the other in town, and is he to ensure that he talks to somebody out there. Again, we're giving him our heartfelt gratitude. All of us here at NGTV and the crew on board the program are Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Okay, this is the topical issue we're handling today. You already have the question for the day displayed in front of your screen. Should marriage be based on sex, love, or understanding and friendship? You tell us this afternoon. But for the case that came in last week, this is it, and go and read it. It says, good afternoon, dear counselors. I'm called Esther, and I'm married to Ken for over 6 months now, and we live in Manfi. This file is coming all the way from Manfi. Thank you so much, Esther. Good day, dear counselors. I am called Esther. I am married to Ken for over 6 months now, and we live in Manfi. Before marriage, we dated for 3 years. Take note, dear televiewers. Before marriage, we dated for 3 years. In the course of our dating for these 3 good years, Ken forced me, begged me several times to have sex with him. I refused. Why? Because I did not want to lose my virginity before marriage. And I always thought it was a good idea to start, it wasn't a good idea to start sleeping with a man who is not married to you. I considered it bad, so we pulled on until we got married, and we are married today. After marriage, I and my husband were so happy, coupled with the fact that we became fond of each other for 3 years. The night after our wedding, my husband had sex with me. After that till today, this is 6 months as I'm talking to you, dear counselors. This is 6 months, getting to the 7th month. He has refused to have sex with me again, and even if I ask for it, he refuses. And when I ask why, he outrightly told me that he wants me to feel what he felt for 3 years, when he too was begging me and I too was refusing, to the extent that he will openly masturbate in front of me, but he will refuse to touch me nor sleep with me, no matter how I beg. So I really don't know what to do. Please, I need your advice. Esther, all the way from Manfi. This is quite hectic. This is quite it's painful. Maybe I read it again for somebody if you didn't get it. Should, in case you're just tuning in, you are on the TV station NGTV, the program Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Topical issue that came in this afternoon. Good day, dear counselors. I'm called Esther, and I'm married to Ken for over 6 months now, and we live in Manfi. Good, that's the southwest region. Meme. Before marriage, we dated for 3 years. In the course of dating for 3 good years, Ken forced and begged me several times to have sex with him. I refused. Why? Because I did not want to lose my virginity before time or before marriage. And I always thought it wasn't a good idea to sleep with a man who is not married to you. I considered it bad. So we pulled on until we got married. This is 6 months now. After marriage, I and my husband were so happy, coupled with the fact that we became fond of each other for 3 years. The night after our wedding, take note, dear televiewers, the night after our wedding, my husband had sex with me. After that day till today, as I'm talking to you, dear counselors, emphasis, this is 6 months, the 6th month, getting to the 7th month, he has refused to have sex with me again. And even if I ask him or beg him, he refuses. And I went as far as excuse me, I asked him why. He outrightly told me that he wants me to feel what he felt for 3 years, when he too was begging and I was refusing, to the extent that he will take note on the line. You can put it in red pen. To the extent that he will openly masturbate in front of me, but he will refuse to touch me nor sleep with me, no matter how I beg. So I really don't know what to do. Please, I need your advice. Thank you so much, Counselor, for first of all acknowledging this platform, Marriage Counseling, and this TV station, NGTV, for sending your file all the way from Manfi. It's quite painful, it's challenging, but again, I trust who I have here on board. Yeah, as a counselor, he's not just a counselor as a name, he's also married and he's a man, and so he's talking like a man. I'm sure the wisdom that he's going to throw in the air this afternoon is going to play over you, Esther, and your husband. But again, counselor, this is the file of Esther. Esther may be one in a million, but she was bold enough to send this file to us, even including your name and that of your husband. That's to tell you that it's a serious matter. And again, for the trust you have for us this afternoon, I want to believe nothing but the very best of advice. And so to whoever may be in this kind of situation, Esther may not be alone, dear counselor. The many people may be going through the same thing. They do not have the courage, nor know that they can channel it here, but they should learn from they should learn from Esther this afternoon and take the advice that is going to blow in the air this afternoon. And so this is the case 5, but this is the first question I want to ask you, Counselor Mike. I believe, I trust what you can do, because I believe you don't just carry counseling, you also carry God. This is what I want to ask. First of all, do you think an act of revenge is permitted in marriage? Was that real marriage?
Thank you very much. If you look at the situation where Esther is flowing now, you look like it is an act of revenge that the husband is trying to display in this marriage. I began to ask myself, does this man really love this woman that he wants to carry revenge upon? I will start by saying that if you look at this nature of marriage, you realize that this marriage comes from 2 different backgrounds. Actually, Esther stood on the right path. Meanwhile, the man was actually trying to take her astray. And she stood the ground and she's suffering. She's facing difficulties for the truth she stood upon. It is very wrong, and it is very, very wrong for a woman to sleep with a man who is not married to. Maybe young people do not even know there are some curses that follows your marriage when you go to bed with a man that you are not married to. You open the door for the devil to enter into your life, enter into your marriage, destroy you, destroy your children, destroy. But if you look at the life of Esther, maybe Esther didn't really open up her mind to the husband, to tell the husband why she is not actually, she does not want to have sex with a man before marriage. I believe if this man actually knew why Esther was refusing, because Esther is trying to build a solid foundation in the marriage. But the man does not really understand. Do you know why the man does not understand? Because this man is actually not a child of God. This man is not a child of God. Esther is a child of God, a born again, touched by the Spirit of God. And she knows the truth about marriage. She knows that when the Bible says I'm not supposed to, that's why she stood on the truth. The Bible says, speak the truth and the truth shall set you free. It is not just a freedom that you will get. You will go through persecution, and then after some time, you will have freedom. But I want to advise Esther that she should stand her ground. She stood on the truth, and the truth that she stood upon will set her free. Let us stand her ground. She has refused to get married to the man. The man wants to take revenge, but the man fails to
They are
understand.
married. They are married already. They are married now.
They are married already.
Yes, but the fact that he is trying like to punish, okay, it's an act of punishment. Yes, to punish her, but again, is that a good foundation for marriage? Should things like that be permitted in marriage? Can't he forgive? But is it a crime for a girl to refuse not to sleep with you before marriage?
It is actually, some people might tell me that it is not, but it is actually, I have just said that when you sleep with a man before you get married to him, you open the door for the devil to enter into your marriage and destroy you. When you look at some of the children, look around the street today, you have harlots all around the street. How does harlot comes about? Do you think it is because of some of these things that young people are engaged into their life before they get married?
Okay, what about a situation where a girl can actually sleep with a man, but they end up getting married, make children, make a happy home?
For that one, I just look at it like the girl does not even know what she's doing.
That's why I'm saying that it could be, she fell into it. Both of them, before marriage, they had sex, and they've stayed together until they are married today. They have children. They are living in a happy home. Situations like that do happen, of course.
Yes.
Happen.
There are many situations like that.
Okay, but again, I don't want to say, Esther, you were wrong to do that, or Ken, you are wrong to do this, but this is my problem this afternoon. Counselor Mike, when I look at it again, I'm asking myself, what will Ken gain from punishing this lady like that?
There is actually nothing. No gain. The man is just, if you look at it, this girl is just facing persecution in her marriage. That is what I am trying to make you to understand. She is facing persecution in her marriage. It is just like when Jesus Christ came into the world. The Bible says that Jesus Christ was fasting for 40 days. And the devil came to tempt him.
So Esther fasted sexually for 3 years.
For 40 days. The devil came and said, okay, on the 40th day the devil came. If you know that you are a child of God, transform the stones into bread. I hope you are seeing what I'm trying to explain. And Jesus Christ at the end of the temptation said, devil, go away from me. You see, Esther is just facing temptation, persecution in her marriage. The husband is just trying to teach her to see if actually she really believed in sex.
Or a better life.
Before she really believed in sex before marriage or in sex after marriage.
Okay.
Yes, the husband is just a temptation, a stage of temptation.
How can she go through it at this point in time? How can she overcome this temptation?
Okay.
That's a good one there. Yeah, it could be an act of, testing to see, men at times. Thank you so much, Counselor, for that beautiful one there. But what can we tell her? How can she overcome right now?
Okay. The only way she can overcome this temptation is to stand her ground on the truth. She knows that what she has done is right, is correct. So let her not even go and make the mistake again by saying that, no, let me go and look for a man outside there to satisfy me, because my husband is not ready to satisfy. It is only 6 months. Remember, the man was tempting you before marriage. For 3 good years, you stood the ground. I want to assure you, Esther, stand the ground. By the time the 7 months go over, that man will bow down in front of you.
Thank you so much, Counselor. Okay, yeah, I think that's wisdom. It could be another act of temptation, to the point. This is what shocks me even. Dear televiewers, it could be as if Miss B is taking this light. No, and she's laughing, of course. This is what is shocking. this man can entertain the courage to masturbate in front of the wife, yet don't touch her. It's really temptation. But again, I think I'm interested in what is coming out this afternoon. If you could bear for 3 years, just let him do what he's doing, and I think she must remain humble at this time.
Yes. Humble yourself.
Do all what you must do.
Do clean your house, wash his shoes, wash his dresses, treat him like your husband with love, just the way he's your husband. It has been plastered spiritually. The nation knows that you people are husband and wife. Provide for him. Treat him with care, treat him with the love. Allow, when he's masturbating in front of you, you can just say, please, I'm very sorry, I cannot say that kind of thing because it's a sin before God and before man. I cannot. You excuse yourself. If he holds you with force, please just, it is persecution. He will not take your life out of you. But I have told you that this is temptation. Just bear the temptation for some time. That man will bow down in front of you in your marital home.
Marriage is for better or for worse. Okay, the worst has come now. Husband is trying to revenge on wife. But again, what word do we give Ken this afternoon as a man? And as a counselor, what word do we give Ken this afternoon? Should he put on with that kind of attitude? Or as a man, what can you tell Ken this afternoon?
That attitude is a pure attitude of wickedness in marriage.
Okay, let's pity Ken, let's be soft on Ken a little. Let's be soft on Ken a little. It could be, there are some people, that's why we're talking about families, but these are 2 different families, 2 different mentalities coming together, 2 different cultures of it. What can we even say? It could be, background. Maybe the father was like that. We don't know. Let's pity him.
Actually, if you don't have anger against somebody, you will never plan to receive revenge over that person.
Counselor Mike.
Okay, let me just say, if you look at the book of Corinthians, the Bible says, if a believing wife is married to an unbelieving man, you understand? It says that the spiritual or the good nature, the good character of the believing woman can easily save the unbelieving man.
Thank you. That's a beautiful one there.
That's just what I said at the beginning. If you look at it, this man is not a child. This man does not even know anything about truth. All he knows is just that you do me, I do you.
Moses.
You do me, do you.
Okay, that's it.
Yes.
Oh my
but
God.
that is not what is supposed to be in marriage.
Okay.
Marriage is supposed to be a marriage with an open heart to forgive.
Thank you so much.
And then, if we are in marriage, before we do something, we must live to understand why we do it.
Good.
I feel like maybe at the beginning or at the foundation, Esther didn't make this man to understand why she does not want this. If Esther would have opened the Bible and showed this man that I am doing this because the Bible is telling me not to, I think at the back of the man would have understood and understand her. There is also a way of communication, just like the question that you have given.
Good.
That is marriage based on understanding. We are supposed to understand and know how to express ourselves to our partner.
That's communication.
And the time also to express
Good.
ourselves to our partner. Call the man down, give him just a holy kiss and tell him that, please, I love you, but this is how we are supposed to approach in marriage. Marriage is not something, it's something for 50 years, 100 years, 200 years. It's not something for today. Such that you just enter into it and play about it and then you go. There are certain things in marriage that when we enter into it, you don't care. It goes into even the 5th generation of your family.
I was about asking that question. That don't you think this act like this can push forward to unborn children? Thank you so much.
So there are things that when we enter, marriage is a covenant.
Good.
That we enter into. And when you enter, it affects you right to the 5th generation. There are certain things that we must stop to do, because if we don't stop to do them, they will affect us to the 5th generation. If you look at some families today, you realize that prostitution is in that family. You go to the aunt, to the uncle, there must be one person who is a prostitute in that family. All of this comes about through marriage. Yes, all of this comes about through marriage. I have met married people who have slept with their own daughters.
Okay.
There are married people who sleeps with their wife's junior sister. There are married people who sleeps even with their own children. And when it happens like that, you see it move from generation to generation. Which are some of these things that parents involve into before they get married. And it flows from generation to generation. And the only thing that can save people from this is when they prayerfully go to God, repent, and try to break themselves from these things, and their family will be free.
Okay, thank you so much, Counselor Mike. I want to believe these are deep truth. Again, we're saying that revenge is not part of marriage. That's what the counselor is saying this afternoon. And again, something interesting. Esther, you stood for 3 years, your grounds, and you made it, girl, and it was the right thing to do. Of course, every parent will be proud to see that both of you knew each other after marriage. It was the right thing to do, but we're sorry again to realize that your husband has taken this as a form of revenge. It could be, again, mentality, background. That's why we're here to correct something. But again, the counselor is saying this afternoon, communication and the time to communicate. That's what matters. Take note of that, Esther, out there in Manfe, whoever is connected and you may be going through similar situation, be a part of the conversation. You can write to us as well. It could be other marital issues, different from the case of Esther. That's why we're here. That's why the counselors are here. That's why NGTV is here. That's why the program, Meet the Marriage Counselor. Please, you have numbers in front of your screen. You can channel your worries, marital worries, cohabitant worries, those who do cohabitation relationships that are not moving, you understand, you want them to move. Please channel them to us. Thank you so much, Counselor Mike, for this wonderful one. It's pretty good, yeah. But again, I think we don't want to condemn Ken. That's why we're saying this afternoon, revenge is not of marriage. Don't you think, Counselor, that love should lead? I think before you even answer, somebody reacted just now all the way from CKC Tico. Hi, I'm Tracy from CKC Tico, and I think marriage should be based on understanding and friendship. Don't you think that's a beautiful one? But look at that question that we have at the scroll there, or, should marriage be based on sex, love, understanding, or friendship? This is directed to this family. I think the question ties with the topical issue of today. And Tracy, writing all the way from Tico, is saying that marriage should be based on the two. That's dear televiewers, understanding and friendship. Why did she choose those two words? I want you to talk on that, Counselor. There's something. Why did she leave love? They always say that love is the first thing. And then she skipped love and also skipped sex. She chose understanding and friendship. Why, Counselor? There's something with those two words.
Thank you very much, my dear friend, from reacting from CKC Tico. Actually, Tico is my birth town. It's the town that brought me up.
Wow!
I'm very happy.
You got a soft spot for Tico.
Someone like you can react it from my own town of upbringing. I grew up in Tico from primary school, secondary school.
Okay.
So I am very happy that somebody has reacted from my own town.
Okay.
Origin.
Oh my God, we greet the population of Tico.
Yes, should marriage be based on sex, love, or understanding and friendship? When you look at this thing, you realize that they are constructing. They have given us 4 characteristics about marriage on this particular screen, as you see. But I will try to reverse.
Okay.
I will reverse it.
Okay.
I will take understanding and friendship and bring in front. And then I take love as supersede understanding in front, and I put sex at the end.
Why?
So I will give it, marriage is based on love, friendship, understanding, and then sex. Why did I do that? If you don't love somebody, you can never get married to the person.
Good.
Marriage first has a foundation on love. That is the foundation. If marriage is not based on that foundation, it will fall. So, before you enter into marriage, you must be sure that I love this person. For example, look at what Esther is going through with the husband. The husband wants to revenge. If she does not love that man, she cannot endure.
But again, if Ken did not actually love Esther as well, would they have married after that 3 years?
That is the question also. The man loved her. That is why I am telling her that she is going through a period of
fire in the marriage. And these periods are all must come in play when married. Thank you so much.
The main important thing is that if the man would have been bringing other women inside the house on top of her marital bed and satisfy himself, then I would have now know what is actually going to. But the man has not done that.
Good.
The man is doing it in front of house, in their bedroom, in front of her. Why can the man not just go? It's very simple now. You know, the man can just go to Obeshie in Bafusam. Do you understand? Thank you very much. But the man is not doing that. Good. The man is not doing that to prove that he loves
Esther.
Esther. So marriage is first based on love. And when you love somebody, that person can automatically become your friend.
Good. So friendship.
Friendship. I'll give you a small story about my life. I met a certain lady. I really like her, but I never and ever loved her.
You liked her. You never and ever loved her.
I like her so much. We can sit together for hours, talk and discuss from one topic to the next, but I could never and ever love her.
That's friendship.
That is what we call friendship. Love is quite different from friendship.
Okay.
Friendship comes from you're my friend, I'm my friend. But love comes from, I don't know whether you know about spirit, soul, and the physical flesh.
Tell us.
Love comes from somewhere deep in your soul.
Okay.
Deep in your spirit. Yes, that is what love is all about. So I believe for me to make all these characteristics are very, very important in marriage. So I prefer we take love, we take friendship, understanding, and then sex.
Okay.
Because if we don't put all those things together, it cannot go. If you remove one, there will be problem in marriage.
Thank you so much. You're still coming. If you remove one, there will be a problem in marriage. Listen to something, Counselor. I want to say, Miss B or Lady B, I'm enjoying what you're saying there. So sure somebody is enjoying out there too, and you're getting something. What if you had put that sex in front, and there is no friendship? Do you think that marriage will last? No understanding? Would it last?
Yeah.
Would the marriage last?
No way.
It will not last?
Do you know why I'm saying so?
No.
Okay. Look at these men who go and sleep with harlots outside. Do they love them?
They don't. They need just the sex. Okay.
They just go there to satisfy their sexual desire.
You.
These women who are sleeping with these men, do they love them? They just go there to satisfy their sexual desire. And I am advising my young people, if you feel that you are going in marriage because of sex, you want to destroy your life and destroy your marriage and destroy your life. The first important thing that you must do to consider before you enter into marriage is love. And what is love, my dear? No dictionary has ever defined love in this world. Like the Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 8. Please go there. You will see love is kind, love is true, love forgives, Love endures all and all.
Can need that scripture.
Meditate, put it in your heart and ask yourself that this man that I want to get married to, if this man slaps me one day, would I take a knife and pierce him?
Thank you so much.
If you love somebody, the person slaps you.
You enjoy the slap instead.
You enjoy.
Counselor Mike J. Oh my God. Meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator over the airwaves of NG Television. It's a fine one this afternoon. Sure, somebody is connected out there. Good afternoon if you're just tuning in wherever you are. Miss B and Counselor Mike on board. Somebody is reacting. It's Derek from Fumban. A good marriage needs all these things to work well. Without all these things, it cannot work. A good marriage starts with love. Ha! I give a big shout out to Counselor Mike Chair on board the program. Okay, so Derek, did you sleep one bed with him? Maybe you all tied the bundle, we don't know.
Actually, okay. Fumban, I just bypass Fumban and go up to and comes back. But actually, I've never known that. Like Tico, that I know very well.
Freddy, are you there? Okay, this is it. Okay. Without all these things, it cannot work. A good marriage starts with love and understanding. And married people, that's married people, are friends. And without sex, the other aspect cannot stand. Which aspect now, Derek? Thank you so much, Derek, for writing all the way from Fumban. We seize this opportunity to greet the Sheferi there at Fumban, greet the population of Fumban, and we say thank you so much for representing the population of Fumban this afternoon. We do not have time. We would have loved to take some of our reaction on our social page. Those who write like from the diaspora, that's the United Arab Emirates. No, maybe we take it, that's going to be... Look, I wanted to ask the counselor a question, but let's just rush to it. But again, Counselor Mike Chair, Miss B, we're saying thank you so much for being a part of the program this afternoon. May God continue to keep you and bring you here for us again in the program Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Let's have some reactions that came all the way from the United Arab Emirates. That's one of our great lovers of this program. That's Counselor Clouds. Good. I think he did the write-up for us. He, through our social media page, this is what he's saying here. Okay. The devil is a liar. Oh, Klaus. The kingdom of God suffered violence, and violence taketh it by force. Esther is a favor name. As the favor of God located Esther in the Bible, and she became a queen. My dear Esther, favor is your portion in Jesus' name. We say amen to that too. All the way from the United Arab Emirates. You need to pray and fast for your husband to change. Thank you. It's a good one there. Yeah, life is not all about challenges and running away from your challenges, but facing your challenges. And so to face your challenges, I think one of the solutions is what the counselor has been saying here: prayer and fasting, exactly forgiveness. Good.
That she need to face the challenge.
Good. Yes. Prayer, fasting, forgiveness, understanding, friendship. Mr. Ken, please, Miss B is begging right now. Let this message sink deep right there in Manfi. You need to pray and fast for your husband to change. Put your faith to work. Prayers without action is useless. I believe you are a Christian, yeah? Of course. Take your complaint to your church pastor. That's why Counselor said to your church pastor. Your husband doesn't know the enormity of the vow he took before sliding that ring in your finger the day he said, in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I want you to know the greatest fight Satan puts up is against couples. He says he knows the church of God is multiplied through righteous families. We were just talking about families as if we've read this reaction. Stand firm with your faith and watch the salvation of God upon your family. I give you Jeremiah 29:11 and Psalms 35:23. Jesus Christ is Lord and he reigns forever. He is always ready to manifest his power in such circumstances. When there is a woman to pray, there is a God to answer. I speak. Okay, thank you so much, Klaus, writing all the way from the United Arab Emirates. It's a beautiful one day. Thank you so much. Another reaction here: love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being of. Oh my God, this is a beautiful one there, still on our social media page. I think I'd like to take this one again all over. Looking at my time, but I'm going to take it. Love is patient and kind. You just said that, dear counselor. This is the beautiful write-up here. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wrong. I think I did enjoy that one day. It keeps no record of being wrong. It does not rejoice over injustice. Oh my God. This is, we don't want to say, Ken, you're doing injustice to Esther. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins over. Oh my God. Love never gives up, never loses faith. It's always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. 1 Corinthians 13:4-7. Thank you so much, beautiful writers there who are writing even through our social media page. This is also from one of our very best again. It's a beautiful write-up there, and it's also talking about 1 Corinthians 13:4. Oh my God, I see much of the advice this afternoon is on prayers and fasting, understanding. If I may summarize: prayers, fasting, understanding, forgiveness, friendship. That's what builds a marriage. Thank you so much. All the reactions we're receiving, they still boil down to what the counselor has been saying this afternoon. Is a fine one. We want to take a little break, and when we come back, Freddie, take us straight to marital codes. Let's have some of them. I think it's going to play in situations like this. Don't you think so, counselor? Good. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, Freddie. Thank you so much. Welcome back, dear televiewers. If you're just tuning in, this is the program with the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator, the platform where we discuss topical marital issues, relationship matters, cohabitant issues, and other social issues plaguing the 21st century marriages. You know, from this end, we always call them Android generation marriages. Miss B, Lady B, is always a fine smile when you call me that. And you can see the judge this afternoon because I have one of my best counselors on board the program with the marriage counselor. You know what? I'm just so happy this afternoon. I want to say thank you so much, NGTV, for this beautiful platform. The only platform across the Cameroon media landscape that does what we call marital issues, you know, marriage counseling. NGTV is a big one for you this afternoon. Okay, we want to have marital code. Let's come back and hear more from the counselor before we say ciao. We feel like not letting you go this afternoon, but you have to go. We have to go. Oh my God, somebody's calling. Okay, yeah, let's have marital codes. Love is blind, but marriage is a real eye opener. Love is blind, but marriage is a real eye. Okay, restore its sight. Thank you so much, Freddie. That's why I love you. Love is blind, but marriage restore its sight. Love is not about how much you say I love you. Good. But how much you love but how much you prove that it's true. Thank you so much. Love is not about how much you say I love you, but how much you prove that it's true. That's a fine one there. Let's have the next one. Love is composed of single soul, a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Thank you so much. A single soul inhabiting two bodies. Mr. Ken, stop that wahala, please. It's not do me or do you, like the counselor said. Let's have the next one. Okay, real love is tough love. This is tough love I want to see for Esther and Ken. And it's real love because the guy won't attain the courage to masturbate in front of her, but yet But please, you must learn to forgive. The time has come. Okay, real love is hard and tough love. Love isn't supposed to be easy. Oh my God, counselor, did you see that? Love isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. Mr. Ken, the time has come. Tonight, you must see Esther through her wahala. I'm sure we have another one there, Freddie. My 6 words love story. My 6 word love story. I can't imagine life without you. Oh, about for that one day. I can't imagine life without you. The program Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator, Mr. Ken, the time has come. That's why we're here to rebuild broken families, to rebuild broken marriages. What you think is the impossibility, when it comes to this plateau, it must be the possible, you understand? Over to you, Counselor Mike. Did you see those quotes there? I want to think those are things that should be in the mind of every couple out there, and those who intend to get married.
Thank you very much for this final word that you have given me. What I can say to all the couples out there is that before you enter into marriage, base these 3 things together. Base these 4 characteristics together.
But let's outline the good love.
Love, friendship, understanding,
okay,
and sex.
Love, friendship, understanding, and sex. Miss B is also counting love, friendship, understanding. Okay. Yeah.
When you base these 4 characteristics in your marriage, I want to tell you the truth. You will live a wonderful life, including 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 8.
Good.
Put it together, and you will be a happy home in your life, in your family, wherever you are. Thank you very much for your attention.
Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It's not irritable and keeps no record of being wrong. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith. It's always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. 1 Corinthians 13, 4 to 7. Okay, thank you so much, Counselor Mike. This is his last word he's giving to all our televiewers out there. We still have 2 more minutes for somebody to tell us something before we go. 2 more minutes just to... Okay, Esther, you wrote from... Is it Esther? Tracy, you wrote from... Derek, Tracy, Fumba, and Tico. Thank you so much for your wonderful write-ups this afternoon. We want to say we're grateful. But again, you can catch us next Saturday. That's 3 p.m. on the dot. We'll be here. Of course, the program Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Counselor, you know, before you go, I think Miss B still want to hear from you. You understand? There is this saga outside now, you understand? For some people, you know, they feel that you must sleep with the person to know who the person is before you get married to that person. But I want to believe all has been said here again, but just an advice to this group of persons who think that you must sleep with somebody first before you get married to the person. And this is the problem why I'm asking this question. You know, some men think that they want to know if the woman is a virgin before. Is virginity meant only for women?
Thank you very much. Actually, to sleep with a man before you get married, that is why we are saying that sex is the last thing in marriage.
Yeah.
When you want to take it and put it first, it will destroy your marriage.
Good.
Sex is something that accompanying your marriage. It enjoys when you are married and you have sex with your wife. The Bible says both of you. That's why the Bible says they say the 2 becomes 1. You feel that intimacy with one another. You feel that friendship. So sex before marriage, I don't approve in that, because it opens the door for the devil to enter and destroy the family.
Thank you so much, Counselor Mike. It was a fine one. I must acknowledge that it was pretty good. Thank you so much, Mr. Ken. All we say this afternoon, it wasn't about sex. You got married to Esther. Let love come first. Thank God for the question of the day too. Let love be outlined first, friendship, understanding, and then sex the last thing. Because when you build your marriage on the foundation of sex, the day that sex will not be there, what will happen? But when there is friendship and understanding, the marriage will last. Thank you so much. But again, somebody says, I won't leave with us. Hi, Miss B. Sorry, I missed out today. Just coming in now, almost at the end. CD2 Metro Bless. It was indeed the eye today. Catch us for a rebroadcast. Freddie Amakre 10 in the night from 10 to 10:30. You get a rebroadcast. Metro CD2 Bless. I called you earlier. That's why I didn't hear from you. Where did you go to? Next time, please, I would like to hear from you first. Okay, Councilor Mike, that's CD2 Metro Blaze is a lover, Chang. And so we greet the population of Chang. Thank you so much, Metro CD2 Blaze. You missed it. I'll be catch us on the rebroadcast at 10, in between 10:10 and 10:30. You get us. It was a fine one. Of course, we had Councilor Mike Freddy take us on set. We had Councilor Mike Chair. This is him, CD2 Metro Bless. Yeah, that's the
Thank you very much. I love you. Bye.
Okay.
See you next time.
Okay, we will be here, God willing, next Saturday. Take the rendezvous, don't miss out. We go definitely come up with the file for this week, according to those who've been writing. CD2, Miss B is inviting you over. Remember, you promised coming live in the program as a counselor. I know who you are, so please, expecting to hear from you again. Meantime, to the family of Councilor Mike Chair, that's for your all. Thanks for making Daddy who he is, you understand, for making Daddy. Greet the children and your beautiful wife, of course. Thank you so much, NGTV. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you, the platform, Meet the Marriage Counselor, and the Relationship Coordinator. God willing, we'll be with you all again same time next week. God bless you. Meantime, catch Miss B, Lady B, and Frankie tomorrow on Dimanche Chenou. And we will be there. From this end, it is stay out of trouble, and as always, one love.